Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jordan Johnson, Johnson Alpha Capital. I hope you all had a good weekend and looking forward to another profitable week into the markets. I hope you all had a chance to review all of my videos and my analysis that I did put out last week for you all. Um, Several of the trades was very profitable, and I'm still in them. Starting with pound yen, I am still, as of right now, holding my pound yen short. Also, Kiwi dollar, New Zealand US dollar, I'm still holding that short. If you watched this video that I put out last week when all of the setups for, the week, you would have had an opportunity and great chance to catch the same trades that I took and made some money. Also, if you're in the $1,000,000 Vision Telegram group, which I hope all of you are in, you would have seen all of the updates and analysis that I did put out for the market. So with that being said, let's dive into this week's setups. Let's start off looking at dollar yen as we usually do. Last week, the dollar, we was right here within a dollar doing some type of a corrective structure that I have pointed out in the ellipse. As you can see, we did break out of this small corrective structure and we are moving to the upsides. Coming into this week, you see, still got some stuff on the charts from last week's little Elliott wave. Little education I was giving you all. If you missed that, go back and watch the video. Don't have enough time to go over that today with you all. So yeah, going into this week, I am going to ultimately look for dollar index come retest the highs of about the 97.7 area. As of right now, you can see price is dropping. I would like to see some type of corrective structure before we get in on the bullish move. Remember, you all, the markets never go straight up. The markets never go straight down. It always do some type of a pullback, retracement, consolidation. That's why it is important to learn your corrective structures. Like, good thing about the Elliott wave theory, it teaches you those corrective structures. Whether it may be a variation of a flat, a zigzag, a triangle, or a combination of one or all three. When you can properly identify those patterns, it will help you know when to get involved into the trade to catch the bigger trend. So let's drop down to the 1 hour on the dollar. And let's see. So I will look for some type of a consolidation set up somewhere in here, whether it's a zigzag, a flat, a triangle, whatever it may be. Waiting on this corrective structure to come to an end so that we can get back into the bullish setup. Let's see if we can draw a little trend line. Don't really like that one. Let's see. There we go. Decent little trend line we can apply to this 1 hour chart. See what price give us. See if we come back, retest the trend line at the most. Let's see. We might see price come down to this level. Before we continue the uptrend. We might not, but this is a good area, good little kill zone where price can ultimately come to before we continue this uptrend. So we are going to watch for the buy setup on the dollar. Oops. Let's see. Watch for the buy setup on the dollar, you all. Let's jump into another. Let's see. Let's start with the Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar, love this trade. Made a ton of money on this trade, you all. I'm still holding this trade, actually. If you remember, we was looking at the Kiwi dollar. We was looking at this corrective structure. We was looking at this as a corrective structure, and we was getting short during this corrective structure. I actually caught all of this drop, you all. Perfect. So now we are experiencing another corrective structure. Something like this. Believe it's just a flat correction, you all. Nothing crazy. And A, B, C. We was approaching the first targets. Still looking to sell. Good sell setup. Believe it will give us a great sell setup this week, you all. My targets on this chart right now is about at the 67 even handle. Where are you at? 67 even. I believe that's where we're headed. Okay, first target somewhere around there. Ultimately, price could come all the way down here to retest this structure around the 65.9 area, but 67 even handle is where my first targets are right now. That's about 180 pips. So what am I looking for to get back? I'm really looking for price just to break back out impulsively to the downside. We are approaching good market structure up in here. Some good resistance or supply, whatever you want to call it. I am looking for price to come down. Let's even look at some Fibonacci retracement. Gotta love some good price action in between the 38.2 and the 50. 38.2 and the 50, you all. Make the charts a little bit more clear. Let's bring on some Fibonacci extensions. Might get a more refined target. Yeah, so good one-to-one area. 67 even handle is a great take profit area for this trade once it breaks back down. Let's go to the other trade that I'm in right now, you all. Pound yen, see what this is giving us. Remember pound yen, we got short in the pound yen trade. Up here, I was talking about watch for the sell setup. I actually got short pound yen up around here actually after we had this impulse, because I was looking at this as a B, C corrective structure. I seen this. Let me show you all. So this is actually where I got shorts. Has stops up here. My targets on this trade is around up in here, around the 142.6 handle. 142.6 is kind of where my stops are. I mean, where my targets are. So I'm still looking at pound yen. Would love to see a break below Another impulse. We will see, but I'm still short on the pound yen. Only thing that can kind of really change my bias on the short is if we keep getting, let's just say, some impulsive movement that would change my bias. But right now, I'm still short on pound yen. Let's see if anything else in the market really. Look at dollar Canada, you all. Don't really love what I see on dollar Canada, but just because we did have, I wouldn't mind seeing some further downfall, but I don't just love the setup that I do see. Let me get back on my 4-hour time frame, see if I can identify another setup for you all, but still Kiwi dollar and pound yen is the best as we're seeing. Looking at pound dollar, you all, pound dollar, we broke out of this trend line last week. So if we can, let's see, if we can see some type of a corrective structure that allow us to get back short on pound dollar, you know, that might actually be a pretty good thing. Good setup to watch for. Let's look at it on the hourly time frame, you all. Okay, can't quite get it to zoom like I want to. Okay. Yep, so let's look at this overall. Let me get my ellipse. Let's look at this overall. And let's wait for a corrective structure to finish for us to look for shorts. We might even go back up to retest this has formed some type of a flat pattern. Euro pound, you all. Euro pound last week, we was looking, you see, kind of got my orange squiggly line on here. We was looking for this. We was looking for some type of a corrective structure to get short. Didn't quite get it. This week, I believe we will get it. So I am looking at Euro pound short this week, you all. So let's look at that. Let's look for this sell-off. Let's bring some Fibonacci retracement. Probably at the 61.8. Boom, right at it. Form a corrective structure. What I would like to see to validate this short pattern is an impulse, corrective structure. Then we will attack the lows, you all. But that's about it for today. As always, let's look at Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD look like it could be forming. Could be completing up an ABC. And week. Actually, I like this. I actually like that, you all. Yeah, so let's look at Aussie CAD to go bullish this week as well. But if you're not in the $1 Million Visions Telegram group, join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all of the trade ideas and setups. I'm going to be publishing this video on YouTube as well. I'm going to be putting a lot more content on the YouTube channel, educational content as well. So follow me on there. Any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to let me know. Invite all traders, whether they're experienced, new, struggling, or successful traders, to the Telegram, to the content, to the channel. everywhere you all. I appreciate all the support, and let's look forward to a good trading week.